Good morning, good morning. Come on in and let me know if you're around. If you are on the live, drop in, let me know where you're joining me from and say hi. And if you're on the replay, drop me a little hashtag replay. Let me know that you caught this and what you think of the cards and the tapping. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, then you might well be new here and you're really welcome if you are. My name is Emma Starling and I'm a trainer, mentor, supervisor, master practitioner in emotional freedom technique, co-founder of the Rapid Imprint Resolution Method, and general all-round obsessive with everything energy work to help people feel better naturally. So the Daily Tap has been going for 9 years for free on Facebook and now also on LinkedIn and YouTube. And it's my way of getting the message about tapping out into the world. Now, I will say this, as it's done here, I do clinical EFT and certify people in it, but the Daily Tap is more of an affirmational style because it's easier for you to access. And so the caveat here is please don't use this to solve deep challenges for yourself. And if trauma does come up and rear its head, good morning, whoever's joined, then please do work with an appropriate practitioner to resolve. If that's me, great, reach out if you need some help. If that's not me, great, just take care of yourself. So how we do things here is we pull a card from an oracle affirmation or a tarot deck. Now, if you're not into cards, don't worry about it. Just think of it that this is the way that we're figuring out what to work on today or what to tap on. I'm using the Celtic Spirit Oracle because I like my cards to match my outfit in some way, shape, or form. But it is a lovely deck with really inspiring messages. And all we're going to do is just pull a card and see what the message says. But I want you to tune in to how you feel in your body when I'm relaying the message, because there'll either be a pulling towards energy of, yeah, that resonates, or excitement or something like that, or it sparks interest in some way, or there might be a kind of moving away from energy, which kind of tells you that there's a part of you that this doesn't resonate with. Maybe you're even resistant to it. Maybe you don't believe it's possible for you. And all of that gives you information about where you can go next, right? So what do we need to know today? Greatest and highest good. Ooh, something has just come through loud and clear. What do we need to know today for our greatest and highest good, please? Thank you. All right. Okay, fantastic. So the pentagram is number 27, and it's about protection, balance, and unity. Okay. So in a minute, I'm going to read you what it says in the guidebook, and I want you to just pay attention to what's going on in your body. So as you're listening to the message, what comes up for you? Let's have a look. Number 27. Okay, so it says the pentagram is a beautiful symbol which illustrates the harmony between the 5 elements. Within the pagan community, the elements are air, earth, fire, water, and spirit. The pentagram is also used in Chinese medicine to represent their 5-element theory, which comprises fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. The pentagram is also often associated with symbols of protection. So when you draw this card, it's asking you to find balance and unity within your life. Now, actually, the 2 of Pentacles came out yesterday in this beautiful deck, which was, again, all about balance and equilibrium. So there's a definite theme this week, and we've just had a full moon in Pisces, which was also a partial lunar eclipse. And the whole theory, a lot of the, what am I trying to say? A lot of the, I can't get my words out. The theme behind this full moon partial lunar eclipse is balancing, releasing things that are not serving you. And that, to an extent, that is the case with all full moons. But this one was in Pisces, which obviously is a water sign. And so there's a lot about emotions in there. So it says, where are you out of balance and what do you need to bring back harmony? Are you too fiery and quick to anger? Maybe you're lacking motivation or the fire to achieve what you desire. Or are your emotions flowing like the water element they are? See, it's no coincidence, water and water. Are you holding back tears or do they keep flooding out? Maybe you're feeling a bit scattered and need some grounding. When we bring things back to a simple approach of looking for what is not balanced, we can begin to seek out for ourselves that which will bring balance to our lives. Can you call on the element you need to help you? Seek out a creek, a sea, the lake, garden, get your bare feet on the earth, light a fire, candle, or keep warm if you need to. Seek out places where you can be in the wind and ask for it to take your cares away or help you be more flexible. The pentagram can also signify that a union is here or awaits you. It should always be seen as a symbol of positivity. And if you're in need of protection, the pentagram is your symbol. So it might well be that external influences are impacting your life at the moment. I understand how that feels right now. There are external situations that can knock you off your perch a little bit if you're not careful, right? If you're not evenly balanced in yourself. So just place a hand on your body somewhere and just ask yourself, take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth if it's comfortable to do that. Yawning straight away. And just ask yourself, what's out of balance for me and what do I need to bring that back as far as possible? And just listen to the answer. Now, bear in mind that the concept of balance is a funny one because I don't believe, and this is just my two penneth. I don't I don't believe that balance should be like, let's say 0 to 10, and you're always at a five. Balance is not humanly possible all the time. So the first thing I want to say is if you're feeling out of balance, it might just be that the waves of undulation of highs and lows are really big. Balance for me is a more like gentle undulating flow because it's equilibrium, it's ebb and flow. It's you're never going to be completely the same all the time. It's not possible, nor would you want it to be, right? Things need to ebb and flow. They need to um, be slight ups and downs because without the ups, we can't navigate the downs and vice versa. So it's really important to know that it's not possible to be perfectly balanced all the time. However, if you're having much more lows than you are highs, if your highs are only tiny but your lows are really deep, that's not an even balance, right? So for me, it's all about bringing things into the natural balance, the natural ebb and flow, where almost like you're stood in the middle and you've got, yay on one side and meh on the other, and you can pivot, you can balance at any point, and you can come back to that balanced center at any point. So just see what it feels out of balance for you. What do you need to bring it back into balance? What do you feel you really need? We're just going to do some tapping now because there may be some self-talk around this. If when you think about being out of balance, and whether it's you, whether it's something in your life, and if you finish this sentence for me, this means I'm what? There's your judgment. There's your self-talk. That's the really insidious bit because the fact of the matter is maybe we are out of balance and that's okay, but this outer casing of self-judgment is really toxic, and I'm not judging you for having it. We all have it. We're conditioned to want or need to be perfect a lot of the time. When we're out of balance, you might be saying something to yourself like, this means I'm pathetic. This means I'm, I don't know, incapable, It's not true. It's categorically not true. But we say it because of our conditioning and what we feel we should be to, I don't know, get appreciation, validation from external sources, right? So we're going to deal with a little bit of all of that today, just real basic tapping. So take two fingers and full responsibility for your own well-being, as we talked about in the beginning, and just tap on the start of the eyebrow point there with me. Wherever, and just repeat after me, okay? Wherever there's a part of me outside of the eye on the corner that may feel out of balance right now, under the eye, I choose to sit with my feelings around this. Under the nose, and wherever I'm telling myself a story, in the crease of the chin, about what this lack of balance means about me. under the collarbones, right here and right now. Under the arm. I recognize the fact that balance is impossible, because it is. Top of the head. And I'd like to find the ebb and flow. Does that feel better? Like a real gentle undulation, right? Eyebrow. And wherever there's an expectation outside of the eye that I should be perfect, under the eye, perfectly balanced all the time. Under the nose, never going to an extreme. Chin. I choose to remember collarbones, that I'm in charge of how I think and feel. Under the arm, and that the more I release everyday stress and strain, top of the head, the easier the natural ebb and flow will happen. We'll go one more actually, on the eyebrow, relaxing and releasing. Side of the eye, relaxing and letting go of all this tension. Under the eye, relaxing and releasing. Under the nose, relaxing and letting go of the weight of expectation. Chin, relaxing and releasing the resistance. Collarbones, relaxing and knowing that ebb and flow is normal. Under the arm, relaxing and knowing that I am protected always. Top of the head, and that I can flow with the energies of life and the cosmos. All right, come to a stop, take a nice deep breath. So, you might be able to check yourself out now. If you can see with me, my eyes have gone kind of glassy and I look a little bit sleepy actually. You know, when you do tapping in the morning, the great thing is that you're releasing any stress and tension or emotional charge about what's in front of you. Maybe you've got a to-do list, maybe you've got a long day stretching out, right? And you think about that and you go, oh God, it just feels so hard. Or like, oh my God, I'm never going to get it all done, right? Whatever you say to yourself in a morning, the best thing you can do is to tap and reduce that overwhelm, that stress, that tension. Because when you do that, your prefrontal cortex will re-engage like so, and you will be able to think more clearly, right? You'll be able to come at your tasks from a regulated place. Your brain waves will be less frenetic, they will be calmer, more, you will feel more focused, more present, more grounded, and everything you do from that place will be more considered. You'll be able to access your intuition, your creativity, right? So it's really important that you try and get into a routine of this in a morning. And in fairness, this is why the daily tap was created, to help you get into a little routine of tapping every day. Now, as I've said at the start of this wasn't therapeutic EFT in the sense of how I would do it one-to-one to deal with the challenges that you're facing or the goals that you have. But we're still tapping on the same acupressure points. I still mold it in a way with the language that it's very attuned, and you will still get some kind of a response. So ask your body now how it feels. Is the tension feeling a little bit less? You've had 3 rounds of tapping there. It's likely that you will feel considerably less tense and stressed than you did at the start. I'd love to know in the comments if you're happy to share. Obviously, be conscious that it's public pages and forums and stuff, so just be careful what you share. Unless you're an open book, in which case share away. But yeah, I'd love to know what your experience was today. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And I really hope that you have a wonderful day. If this resonated and helped you, please do share it. Get in touch with others that you feel it may help. Tag them to join us. Share it with integrity if you feel like doing so. You can share the video on YouTube and all sorts of good stuff. And if you are interested in training in EFT in a therapeutic manner, in a sort of more clinical way that enables you to work with whatever someone brings to the table, even if it's trauma or it's trauma symptoms raising their head, then my next trauma sensitive somatic EFT practitioner certification starts on the 2nd of October with 6 weeks of trauma training at the front end so that you can feel confident knowing what's coming up with your client and where to take it, right? So put EFT in the comments if you would like details about training with me. It's a 4-month course, and then you do case studies and a final one-to-one with me, and you can become a fully insured, accredited, certified, trauma sensitive somatic EFT practitioner and have an amazing, amazing career with it. So I'll leave it with you. I will see you again tomorrow on the Daily Tap. Lots of love.